Yeah. When you start off, it's good to rub your knees and then start rolling back and forth too. It's like between things. Knees are the most difficult thing to keep healthy, mostly because you can't directly strengthen your kneecaps themselves. You have to strengthen the muscles around the knees. Yeah, my Sifu is very into doing acupressure, not acupuncture, because his ideal is that you you use your hand and you just touch the body and you try to just press down and directly affect the area that you want. It's less invasive and more effective. And I can agree with that. I mean, in America, it's very popular to get massages, and yeah, that's something that's very good for your body because it's basically a form of acupressure. It's what they practice. If your knees hurt, a trip to the masseuse could definitely help. And for your back, yeah, that's really good too. So, yeah, for me, I could probably try to do the splits right now, but for some, you might want to get more warmed up. So, what you could do from here is just the upward dog. And for this, you can have your toes facing upward, your toes pointed to help you to arch without getting hurt. And some people can even grab their legs. This will help kind of open your chest. And so then you can go to the downward dog. And then the next movement is basically going to be, it's like you have your feet together like you're going to do like butterflies, except you're just going to keep them like this. Yeah, this is a good one too, but now it's basically a variation that allows you to stretch further. So from here, I'm doing the same thing I was from a moment ago. My legs are together behind me, my toes are touching. So it's like this. And I'm just starting off from laying down. And then go to the side here. So it's like you have your feet together, try to keep them on the ground. This is one that helps you're gonna feel the muscles in your back kind of tense. You're gonna want to maybe arch your back a bit. This one is gonna hurt a bit, but that's, yeah, be careful because there's a difference between the good pain and the bad pain. I learned all that the hard way. And then you can just come up. Keep your feet together still for now. Just have your hands in front of you and try to keep your back arched, I guess. Yeah, keep it arched so you can get further into the stretch from here. And when you feel comfortable, you can place your hands onto your hips, or maybe grab your heels behind you. So the next step is going to be separating your heels. So now you're just doing this. It's important that you keep your back arched. Yes, I'm showing my ass to the camera, but hey, it's for research. So you can all see the proper motion. So your back is going to be arched. And for now, you have to still up. And you're going to try and let your hips feel heavier. You're going to drop down slowly. And just try to feel yourself as you slowly sink into it more and more. The longer you do it, the more you're going to feel yourself sink into it. And then when you're comfortable, just come down. And you can see the difference between an anterior tilt and a posterior tilt. You can tell from here that I definitely have an anterior tilt. No, damn it. Well, those of you out there who are not tired as shit right now will know. Yeah. Basically, you're just arching your back. And that's just helping your hips. And of course, when you go further into the stretch, still the same rhythm. In and out, and try to get deeper in. And so from there, the next step is basically you'll be doing a one-legged split. So this leg will be like this. You see my heel here. This leg's basically doing that. And then the other leg is going to be here. And I have my toe pointed, I guess I have it pointed up for now. And I'm gonna show my ass to the camera again so you can see proper footwork. Yeah, so you can see my foot is right here, kind of shaded, but you can tell. And I still have my toe up on this leg. And try to turn your body to the front. And of course, you still gotta have that posterior tilt. Yeah, posterior tilt, I'm pretty sure. And so, then when you feel comfortable, you can put the heel of this foot down. You can point the toe downwards to the front. And so now, pointing this toe down and stretching on the cement is painful sometimes. There's some grass right in front of me, but nah, I'm good where I am.
Trash can back there. 1 minute.
And so then you just alternate sides. Yeah, this leg is not as easy as the other one. I'm better on the other leg. Okay. Yeah, if you have less flexibility on the other side, that doesn't. You just try to hold it and make it. Try to reach the same range as the other leg if you can. Even if it's more painful, that's what you gotta do to improve. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start stretching that leg more. Okay. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The splits. And how do you prepare for the splits? Well, to quote Brian Lee, just do it! But I'll go into a slight bit more detail. Basically, you can just start by here and opening up your hips a slight bit more by reaching across, grabbing the foot. Okay. Something that will be useful for you all to know for getting a better stretch is basically with any motion, including the hip hinge and what I'm about to do, so you can reach the opposite hand across the foot and then reach over. So from here, so my left leg, so right hand reaches across, grabs the left side of your left foot, left hand goes over the top, and your hands will be kind of crossed. Right hand, left side of left foot, left hand on top. Yep, okay, so now with the splits, or not full splits yet, but with what I'm doing here, I'm just reaching, and maybe you have to do this. Maybe you're not there yet, but this is going to help your back. So I'm just doing the same thing here. But if you can't reach across and grab the opposite side, you can just grab normally. Or if you have, you can just reach across one hand on your stomach. But the most useful thing is to just hold a position here. And my toes are pointed up, but yeah. Okay, let's see. My toes are still pointed up. And
Yeah. Let me show you how to?
Arching my back.
You start in a big circle. And then make it smaller. Smaller.
Leaning down.
Until no one's around you. And you should stop it. And you have like...
Now you can hold this for at least 25 to 30 seconds.
Where do you want to do this?
It's important to do this variation of the stretch before doing the splits.
I already know how to do
When
that,
you're
Connor.
working towards the
Do you know
splits,
how to do a stop swap?
because
Yeah.
if you haven't mastered the splits and you try to go into a full split right away, you're gonna get hurt. So this is a good precaution. Just open up the inside of your legs before you open them up a little bit before you open them up a lot. And I'm still pointing my toes up, but as you see, they're kind of already leaning a bit more forward. So that's a good thing to do too. Is just follow your body's movement. If your body is naturally rolling more forward, you follow that motion.
Can you jump on your scooter like that? Yeah. I'll show you. Watch. Here.
And so now,
You see?
from here, most people would have
Wait,
gone
do you
like
know how to
this
pick up your scooter and
into
jump?
the full splits.
No.
Looks like the full splits, but it's not yet.
There's this girl I know. Dude, she can jump up to here. She can jump up to there. But she has a plastic foot. Metal base. I'm gonna keep on doing stop cool.
Yeah. Just do the best you can. And yeah.
Alright, this will be cool.
And when you get out of the splits, do not stand up right away. Just slowly, like you can kind of scoot yourself back and let your legs come back together.
This will be even cooler. I could do that. Want to train? Can you do it without getting crashed? Or no, you have to start
And a
all
good
the way
exercise
from
to do to just get used to going
Then
into the
you
splits
have to see
more and more
below on that
without
small
warming
crack.
up as much.
Then you turn, then you go like
Yeah, I stood up already, but basically you can come in, hug your knees to yourself, and kind of rock, slowly let them relax. But a good exercise to do to help yourself just get used to going into the splits a lot is once you've done the splits,
if you don't,
just
if you
slowly try sliding in and out of it.
good job, you did it.
It's like just like doing push-ups. You train the muscles to constantly go to a range that you want them to go.
Yeah, all you have to do is move your bars. Yeah. Or you can do this. Or you can do this. But you can do it better than that.
You look at all the little pieces that are back there?
They're nothing good. They're nothing good.
So that concludes the video of how I warm up with stretching. Just keep with it and you'll improve. Don't expect it to be a quick process. It's as quick as you make it, but don't push yourself too hard. I injured my hip when I first started stretching. Like because I met a distant cousin that was on my dad's side of the family, and there's some expectations that I had to live up to. And so I had the great idea when they asked me, oh, well, your father could do splits, can you? So I had the great idea to do it right then and there, even though I knew that I was close to doing it, but I wasn't quite there yet. When I did it, it felt good, but the next day, I couldn't even do a butterfly kick because my hip was hurt. And so just warm up properly, do the proper strength training, because both are important. So now, as I started, I shall finish with a traditional Northern Shaolin salute out. Salute to all the watchers. I have respect for your training.